Hey, this is my Caterpiller 267B. This is a 2007 model year. Yeah, today I finally got off my lazy butt and I fixed some of the issues I was having with it. One of my issues, if you guys have replaced your Caterpillar lights, I'm on my now third set of LEDs. Those Chinese are just sending a lot of crap over here. But while I was in there wiring up the LEDs, I figured I had this camera system. So I put a camera on the back. Camera's always nice because, yeah, I didn't want to buy a rear view mirror. You can see somebody busted off the rearview mirror a long time ago, and I wasn't going to replace the rearview mirror, and I'd rather have a camera. So this is what I ended up with. This is just I want to say this camera monitor system was under $100 on Amazon. But you see what you get right there. So I think that's better than a rear view mirror, if you ask me. It was pretty easy to wire in. If you have the roof plate, all I did was got rid of this. I put a nut and a lock washer in its place. That is a 19 millimeter size nut, so these are metric, in case you guys were wondering. I did try to use some Gorilla tape to kind of hold it to the top, but Gorilla tape is not working. Your wire for your monitor power is all in one. That comes out of the back of the monitor. And what I did was I ran that wire all the way back here, and you can see where it kind of Y's out. So I cut the power off. There's a little power connector. I cut that off, so I got my red and my black wire, and then I ran my red and my black wire down here, and you can tell that I don't have all the switches. So your wiring harness does have whatever switch goes here and here. So I just found a wire that, with the key on, gave me power. So I spliced my red wire into that. I did put a 3 amp fuse on that red wire, and it's here somewhere. So I just built my own little fuse holder, and I have a 3 amp fuse. And then my black wire, I just ran it to a ground that was up in here. I'm using channel 2, so I do have power going to the blue wire for the backup camera, and that's your channel 2, your back channel. And then the wire just comes around. I drilled a hole through the back here. I do need to put a zip tie back in place. But my camera wire comes through the machine here and just kind of tucks above this wire harness. It could have been prettier if I put it inside the wire harness, but there's a trough right here. I don't know if you can really see it. There's a trough that runs across the top of your machine, and I just dropped the wire into that. It's not like it's going to come out. That's a pretty big wire. And in the excess, there's about maybe a foot of excess that's zip tied behind this. This has to come off. There's 2 bolts here that come out, and there's 3 bolts in the front. This drops down, and then there's 4 bolts, 4 little screws here, and then 2 up here. And this front cover comes off, and then you can get to all your wires inside of here. That makes it pretty easy to find a wire that is hot. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. The key comes on, it boots up, you get this. For whatever reason, my buttons don't work, and I think maybe that's because it's like stuck in reverse, because I do have power going to the blue wire, telling it that I'm in reverse, backing up. But you have the option to put the lines. I don't really want any of that noise. I just want to be able to see what's behind the machine when I'm backing up, and I'm pretty sure that's what you want too. So for about what a rear view mirror would cost you to put on this machine, you can get a nice backup camera. So that's the option that I chose to go with, and I'm liking it. I haven't gotten a chance to test it out, but I'll be working this machine tomorrow, and I'll get to see it in firsthand what it does. But yeah, so I sealed this piece of plexiglass to my roof so it doesn't leak here. And even though I don't have glass on the sides, once I sealed this, I just put foam weather stripping around it, keep the water out, so no water comes into my cab. Usually when I get in the machine's not wet or anything, even with only having the back glass. I do plan to replace this glass up here. I'm not going to put the door back on it. I like having an open door. I like having an open cab too, with air blowing through each side. But it's nice to be able to get done with the machine and push the glass closed and know that the majority of the cab is going to stay dry when it's raining. But that's my camera there. If you're thinking about putting a camera in your 267, 247, 257, 77, 87, it's pretty easy to do. It took me about 2 hours to do the whole thing, start to finish. So good luck with it. Thanks for watching my video. Give me a thumbs up.